Hi all, welcome to the today's tutorial. So first I will give you some quiz type questions which I want you to do it and we will cover it in the future tutorial. So I want a given point and a vector. You just have to check if the given point is in the exact direction of the vector or not. So this is first. Second, if you have two lines, so what is the distance between these two lines? So just to have the visualization better, let's imagine you have two lines like this and they are parallel. So you just have to calculate this distance between these two lines. So this is first question. Second, if we have a vector like this and there is a point maybe like this, and if they are in the certain direction, exactly same direction, the vector, so you just have to print is it true or not. So these are the two quiz questions. So okay, let's head back to the tutorial side. So today we will learn something about plane. So for the plane, we will cover it from the scratch. First we will see how we can represent a plane in coding side, how we can represent it. So to make a plane we need at least 3 point, so a point, b point, c point. So imagine any 3 point in 3D. Whenever you will, whenever you will draw these 3 point, it will give you a plane. To make the plane you need at least 3 point. So this is a plane. Okay. And when we talk about plane, it extend to infinity. So how we can you visualize it and how you can draw it, that we will cover it today. So first we need the starting point. So make a arbitrary point A. In this I am assuming this as A, and we will have two vector A, and this is vector U, and this is vector V. Let's imagine these are the two vectors. Okay. Okay. So now we know when we will multiply with t and this with t dash, so it will give you any point, right? So if I do want to get any point, let's imagine this is B and this is C. So if I do want to get the point between A, B, we have already covered this in the line. So it will be like A plus UT, right? So it will give you any point like here, here. So it will just A plus UT. Yep. And what if we have to find the line in A and C? So it will be like A plus V T dash, right? So it will be a line on AC. So let's imagine if I have to reach here. First, I will go to this direction in B. Then I will move. Sorry, it will be somewhere like here. So we will move this direction. Then we will move into the AC direction. So it will be like we are going this way, then this way, right? So just to have the visualization vector, first I will move to this vector AB. Once I have occurred this distance, then I will move on the AC side like this. So to represent any point inside a plane, we can have the equation A plus the UT plus VT, and it will be VT dash. So we will create a class in which A will be the starting point. There will be vector A, there will be vector V. And using the alpha 1, alpha 2, we can get any point. Let's say when there are infinite point in the plane, we can easily get it with this formula. It is quite easy, so I would request you to create that class on your own and then follow the tutorial. Okay, I hope you have tested it. So let's see how we will do it. So in the MATLAB, I will create the class and it will be mPlane. In the public section, we will have 3 points. One is mVector hash include, and it will be the starting point. mVector, vector A, mVector, vector B. Okay, perfect. Now we have this plane. Okay, now we need a constructor. So M plane. On the constructor side, M vector, the starting vector, starting point, comma, M vector, vector A, comma, M vector, underscore vector B. There's one more thing, they will be constant because we are not changing them, and I do want a value by reference because I don't want to create any new variable here. So it's a good practice to always optimize the things if possible. So we will put a starting point to starting point, comma, same with the vector A. So vector A underscore vector A, comma, vector B underscore vector B. Okay, we are done with the plane. Now, I want you to write a function which will give you a point, arbitrary point on the plane. So we will have two variables here. One is alpha 1 and one is alpha 2. So let's see how we will write it. So M vector, of course it will give you a point. So M vector get point on plane. It will be like float const float alpha 1 comma const float alpha 2. Alt enter generate definition. Give you any give you point on plane. Okay, so here the formula which we have seen just now, I would request to implement the same and just see if you can get it or not. So here it's very simple. So return the first point will be so it will be so the starting point plus the vector A, right? So vector A multiplies with by alpha 1 additional with vector B multiply with alpha 2. Perfect. So this was quite simple, and yes, we have to make it constant because we are not changing any class member variable. So this is good. Perfect. Now here comes the second part, how we can draw our plane just to have the visualization, right? So void draw plane, and here we need uworld comma world. Okay, we need two variable here. First, like what is the distance between the points? So let's imagine if you are creating a plane from A to B. So this is A to C. Let's imagine this is the plane and this is the A point and this is the vector vector A and vector B. So let's imagine if I do want to point something like this. So first we need this distance. How much distance do you want between a point and what is the distance you want to draw the plane? So these are the two distance which I want. So first is the plane length, int plane length comma point distance, int point distance, and of course it will be const int and constant and alt enter generate definition. Okay, so here first I will normalize our vector A and B because we are taking the plane length, so the vector length doesn't matter. So vector A is equals to vector A dot normalize vector, and it will be a temp vector A because I don't want to touch vector temp vector A. I don't want to change our vector, so it will be const, of course. We will do the same with vector B, and it will be vector B normalize, and So what we will do for int I equals to 0, comma I less than equals to plane length. I equals to I plus point distance. I will explain it in a bit. We'll just copy paste it, copy paste, and it will be j, and we will maybe I need better variable change the point distance. Okay, so first we need the two variation, because when we are talking about the vectors, so this vector to represent a point, first I will go from I 0 1 2 3 from vector A, and same with the vector B. So vector B we are using j, so this is why, right? So first I will get the point, so m const m vector draw drawn point is equals to starting point plus vector A. Actually, we already have get point on plane, so here we just need alpha. But it will be an issue because we have normalized it, so we have to manually do it. So starting point plus vector A, multiply it with I, plus vector B, multiply it with j. Okay, I'm doing a mistake here. We need the temp A and temp B. Reason being is I don't want to touch the original vector. Sorry, original plane. We are just printing the value, and it will be a constant. So Control KD just to have visualization better. Now we have all the point which we can draw, and we will draw it. So draw point dot draw point, and it needs world, so world. It's perfect. We'll go to the game mode and we'll remove this vector, and we will have one plane. So plane 1 is equals to, so let's start plane from 0 0 0. Okay, so 0 comma 0 comma 0 comma, we need two more vectors which will point like vector A and vector V. So vector A is like let's point A vector to the axis, and vector B to the y axis. So it will be like 500 comma 0 comma 0, because we already know how will it be drawn. So 0 comma 500 comma 0, and let's draw it. Plane 1 dot draw plane, get world. Okay, next thing is I don't want to put those two extra parameters again and again. So what I will do, I will put some default value to it. So plane length maybe like 1000, and point distance to be 200. Okay, let's compile and check if it is working fine or not. Okay, it is up. Let me compile and see. It is working perfectly. Let me move from top to the perspective mode. It is working fine. So what if I will change its starting point? So head back to the game mode. So the starting point was 0 comma 0 comma 0. I want up like maybe 250, and it will be constant. So const plane 1. So let's try that, compile and play. They are up in the sky and the visualization is good. So this is perfect. I hope you learned something out of this series. If you have any question, just let me know. Do like and do subscribe. Thank you and have a nice day. Also, you can help me on Patreon. Bye bye.